Welcome to a journey that could transform every aspect of your life. Today, we're exploring the incredible power of your subconscious mind, a hidden force that shapes your reality, influences your decisions, and determines your success, health, and happiness. Inspired by the profound wisdom of Joseph Murphy's book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, this video will guide you through a series of practical, life-changing principles to unlock your full potential. Whether you're striving for financial freedom, better health, or inner peace, your subconscious mind holds the key. It's not just a part of your brain, it's a tireless worker that operates day and night, turning your thoughts into reality. The problem? Most of us unknowingly feed it the wrong instructions, leading to struggle, lack, or frustration. But the good news is, you can change that starting today. Imagine a world where your dreams don't just stay dreams, but become your reality. Picture effortlessly attracting wealth, radiating confidence, or healing from past wounds, all because you've learned to direct your subconscious mind. This isn't about wishful thinking or mystical secrets. It's about understanding how your mind works and using simple techniques rooted in timeless principles. The subconscious mind is like a loyal servant, blindly following the commands you give it through your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. If you're constantly worrying about failure, it delivers failure. If you focus on abundance, it opens doors to prosperity. The difference between those who seem to succeed effortlessly and those who struggle often comes down to one thing: how they use this inner power. In this video, we'll dive into a series of strategies, each one a stepping stone to mastering your subconscious mind. These aren't vague theories, but actionable steps you can apply today. We'll cover how to reprogram limiting beliefs, tap into intuitive guidance, heal your body and mind, and so much more. Each principle builds on the last, creating a roadmap to a life of purpose and fulfillment. Along the way, I'll share real-world examples, practical tips, and insights drawn from decades of research into the mind's potential. For instance, did you know your subconscious controls over 90% of your daily actions, from breathing to decision-making? Information millions of times faster than your conscious mind. This makes it your most powerful ally, or your biggest obstacle, depending on how you guide it. Before we begin, let me ask you to approach this with an open mind. Some ideas might feel new or even counterintuitive, but they're grounded in the science of how your brain processes thoughts and emotions. For example, a study from the University of California showed that positive visualization can measurably improve performance in tasks by rewiring neural pathways, proof that your thoughts shape your outcomes. As we go through each principle, I encourage you to take notes, reflect on how it applies to your life, and commit to trying at least one technique. The subconscious mind thrives on repetition and emotion. So small, consistent actions can lead to massive changes over time. By the end of this video, you'll have a toolkit to reshape your reality, one thought at a time. We're about to embark on a deep dive into the first principle, which lays the foundation for everything else: understanding the dynamic between your conscious and subconscious minds. This principle will reveal why your thoughts are more powerful than you realize and how to start directing them intentionally. Are you ready to take control of your mind and create the life you've always wanted? Let's get started. Principle 1. Your conscious and subconscious minds. Captain and crew. To unlock the full potential of your subconscious mind, you first need to understand how it interacts with your conscious mind. Think of your mind as a ship sailing toward your dreams. Your conscious mind is the captain, standing at the helm, making decisions, setting goals, and choosing the direction. It's the part of you that analyzes, plans, and decides, for example, to start a business, get fit, or learn a new skill. The subconscious mind, on the other hand, is the crew below deck, tirelessly working to carry out the captain's orders. It handles the mechanics of your life, your habits, emotions, bodily functions, and even how you respond to challenges, without questioning the instructions it receives. This dynamic is the foundation of everything we'll explore, because the quality of your life depends on the orders your conscious mind gives and how your subconscious executes them. The subconscious mind is incredibly powerful, but not discerning. It doesn't evaluate whether the captain's orders are wise or foolish, beneficial or harmful. If the captain shouts, "Full speed toward the rocks," the crew obeys, steering the ship to disaster. Similarly, if your conscious mind dwells on thoughts like, "I'll never succeed," or "I'm not worthy of love," your subconscious accepts these as truth and shapes your reality to match. For instance, if you repeatedly tell yourself you're bad at public speaking, your subconscious will make you feel anxious and stumble over words during a presentation, reinforcing that belief. But the flip side is just as true. If you feed it thoughts like, "I am confident and capable," it will work to make you feel and act that way, opening doors to opportunities you might not have noticed before. This captain and crew analogy isn't just a metaphor, it's rooted in how your brain functions. Your conscious mind processes about 40 bits of information per second, handling tasks like problem solving and decision making. Your subconscious, however, processes up to 20 million bits per second, managing everything from your heartbeat to your ingrained habits. It's like a supercomputer that runs your life in the background, relying on the conscious mind to set the program. This is why self-talk matters so much. Every thought you entertain is a command to your subconscious crew, programming it to deliver specific outcomes. If you wake up thinking, "Today is going to be awful," your subconscious will amplify stress and negativity, making the day feel worse. But if you start with, "Today is full of possibilities," it scans for opportunities to make that true. One fascinating aspect of the subconscious is its role in forming habits, which account for nearly half of your daily actions. Habits are like autopilot settings programmed by repeated conscious choices. For example, when you first learned to drive, your conscious mind was fully engaged, focusing on the pedals, mirrors, and steering. Over time, those actions became automatic, handled by your subconscious, freeing your conscious mind to think about other things, like your destination or the radio. This is why changing negative habits, like procrastination or negative thinking, starts with conscious effort. By consistently choosing new thoughts or behaviors, you reprogram the subconscious crew to support your goals. A study from University College London found that it takes an average of 66 days to form a new habit, showing that persistence in conscious choices can reshape your subconscious patterns over time. The subconscious also responds strongly to emotion, which acts like a megaphone for your thoughts. A thought charged with fear, joy, or anger leaves a deeper imprint than a neutral one. This explains why traumatic experiences or moments of intense happiness stick with you. They're etched into your subconscious, influencing your behavior long after. For example, if you once failed a big presentation and felt humiliated, your subconscious might trigger anxiety every time you face a similar situation, even years later. But you can use this to your advantage by pairing positive thoughts with strong emotions, like feeling the thrill of achieving a goal. You amplify the signal to your subconscious, making it more likely to act on that vision. This is why athletes often visualize winning a race while imagining the roar of the crowd. The emotional intensity makes the subconscious treat the vision as real. Another key feature of the subconscious is its literal mindedness. It doesn't understand sarcasm, doubt, or hypotheticals. It takes your words at face value. If you jokingly say, "I'm such a failure," your subconscious logs it as a serious instruction and starts aligning your actions to match. This is why affirmations, when done correctly, are so effective. By repeatedly stating clear, positive intentions, like, "I attract opportunities effortlessly," you give your subconscious a direct command to follow. Historical figures like Thomas Edison understood this intuitively. Edison would focus intensely on a problem before napping, trusting his subconscious to deliver solutions, which often came as sudden insights. This shows you can train your subconscious to work for you by feeding it clear, intentional thoughts. To apply this principle, start by becoming aware of your self-talk. Spend a day noticing what you say to yourself about your abilities, your future, or your worth. Are you giving orders that steer you towards success or struggle? Next, practice deliberate commands. Each morning, take a moment to tell yourself something empowering, like, "I am capable of handling any challenge today." Say it with conviction, as if you're the captain issuing a non-negotiable order. Over time, your subconscious crew will internalize this, shifting your actions and mindset to align. You can also use this at night. Before bed, reflect on a goal and give your subconscious a clear instruction, like, "Find creative ways to grow my business." Your subconscious works while you sleep, often delivering ideas or clarity by morning. The beauty of this principle is its simplicity. You're already programming your subconscious every day, whether you realize it or not. The question is whether you're doing it intentionally or letting stray thoughts steer the ship. By taking charge as the captain, you can direct your subconscious crew to sail toward a life of abundance, confidence, and purpose. This is the foundation for all the principles we'll explore. Because every strategy depends on giving your subconscious the right orders. Master this, and you're ready to transform how you think, act, and live. Principle 2. You have a divine right to abundance. The second principle is a powerful shift in perspective. You have a divine right to abundance. Wealth, success, and prosperity aren't reserved for a lucky few. They're your natural state, as fundamental to your well-being as health or happiness. Just as your body thrives when blood flows freely, your life flourishes when money, opportunities, and resources circulate abundantly. The subconscious mind plays a critical role in this, acting as a gatekeeper that either welcomes prosperity or blocks it based on your beliefs. Many people struggle financially or feel stuck not because of external circumstances, but because their subconscious has been programmed with limiting ideas about wealth. This principle is about reprogramming your mind to embrace abundance as your birthright and clearing the emotional obstacles that stand in your way. Society often sends mixed messages about money. You might hear that wanting wealth is greedy or that rich people are selfish, which can plant seeds of guilt in your subconscious. These beliefs quietly shape your reality, making you feel unworthy of financial success or causing you to sabotage opportunities. For example, you might avoid asking for a raise because deep down, you believe, I don't deserve more. The truth is, abundance isn't just about money. It's about living fully, having the resources to pursue your passions, support your loved ones, and make a positive impact. When you view wealth as a tool for good, your subconscious begins to align with that vision, attracting the means to achieve it. Embracing this mindset is like opening a window to let fresh air into a stuffy room. It revitalizes every part of your life. One major barrier to abundance is scarcity thinking, which tells your subconscious there's never enough. This shows up in small ways, like hesitating to spend on something you need because I might run out, or in bigger ways, like avoiding risks that could lead to growth. Scarcity thinking creates a self-fulfilling cycle. You believe lack is normal, so your subconscious filters out opportunities for more, keeping you stuck. To break this, start affirming abundance daily. Tell yourself, there is always enough for me to thrive. This isn't about ignoring reality. It's about training your subconscious to notice possibilities. For instance, someone who believes in abundance might spot a side hustle opportunity, while someone stuck in scarcity might overlook it, assuming, it won't work for me. Emotions also play a huge role in how your subconscious handles abundance. Negative feelings like envy, resentment, or judgment toward others' success act like roadblocks. If you see someone with a nice house and think, they must be dishonest to afford that, your subconscious registers wealth as something negative, pushing it away from you. Instead, try celebrating others' achievements. When you see someone thriving, say to yourself, their success inspires me, and I'm next. This rewires your subconscious to associate wealth with positivity, making you a magnet for it. Historical figures like Andrew Carnegie, the steel magnate, practiced this. Carnegie believed in the law of attraction, where focusing on abundance and goodwill brought more into his life, which he later shared through philanthropy. Another emotional block is shame about wanting more. You might feel it's wrong to desire a better car, a bigger home, or financial freedom, especially if you were raised to think modesty equals virtue. Denying your desires suppresses your subconscious's creative power. Your longing for abundance is a signal of your potential. It's your mind urging you to grow. Acknowledge your wants without judgment. Write down one thing you'd love to have, like a dream vacation, and tell yourself, it's okay to want this, and I'm worthy of it. This small act sends a clear message to your subconscious, activating its ability to find ways to make it happen, whether through a new job, a creative idea, or an unexpected connection. The subconscious also picks up on your relationship with money itself. If you treat money with fear, clinging to every penny, or stressing over bills, your subconscious learns that money is a source of pain, and it will subtly steer you away from it. Instead, cultivate a positive relationship. When you spend money, even on something small like coffee, do it with gratitude, thinking, I'm happy to exchange this for value. When you receive money, whether it's a paycheck or a gift, pause to appreciate it, saying, I welcome more of this. This practice, rooted in ancient teachings like those of the Stoics, trains your subconscious to see money as a flowing, friendly force, not a scarce resource to hoard. A practical way to reinforce this principle is through visualization, but we'll dive deeper into that later. For now, know that picturing yourself living abundantly, say, running a thriving business or enjoying financial freedom, plants a seed in your subconscious. The key is to feel the emotions of having it now, not just wanting it. For example, a struggling entrepreneur who visualized shaking hands on a big deal, feeling the pride and relief, often found real-world negotiations flowed more smoothly. This isn't magic. It's your subconscious aligning your actions and confidence with the outcome you've rehearsed. A study from the Journal of Applied Psychology showed that mental imagery can boost performance in high-stakes tasks by enhancing focus and reducing anxiety, proving the subconscious responds to vivid emotional visions. You can also use affirmations to strengthen your belief in abundance. Unlike vague statements, make them specific and present tense, like, I attract wealth effortlessly every day. Say them in the morning or before bed, when your subconscious is most receptive. Pair them with action. Abundance isn't about waiting for a windfall. Take small steps, like learning a new skill or networking, to show your subconscious you're serious. The subconscious loves consistency, so even tiny actions, repeated daily, build momentum. For example, Oprah Winfrey, who rose from poverty, credits her success to believing she was destined for more and taking persistent steps to match that belief, a testament to aligning conscious effort with subconscious programming. Finally, be patient with yourself. If you've spent years believing wealth is out of reach, your subconscious needs time to adjust. Think of it like turning a ship. It doesn't pivot instantly, but steady steering gets you there. Notice when old scarcity thoughts creep in and gently replace them with abundant ones. Over time, your subconscious will rewrite its programming, and you'll start seeing signs of change. Maybe a new opportunity, a financial win, or just a lighter feeling about money. This principle is about claiming your right to a full, prosperous life and trusting your subconscious to help you get there. Principle 3, effortless action outperforms willpower. The third principle reveals a counterintuitive truth. Trying too hard can sabotage your goals, while effortless action unlocks the true power of your subconscious mind. Many of us believe that sheer willpower is the key to success, gritting our teeth, forcing ourselves to push through, and battling our doubts. But this approach often backfires, creating tension that blocks the subconscious from working its magic. Instead, when you relax, trust the process, and act with ease, your subconscious becomes a creative ally, guiding you toward your goals with clarity and flow. This principle is about letting go of struggle and aligning your conscious efforts with the natural rhythm of your subconscious, allowing opportunities to unfold almost effortlessly. Imagine you're asked to walk across a narrow wooden plank lying flat on the ground. You'd step across without hesitation, confident and relaxed. Now picture that same plank suspended high between two buildings. Suddenly, your heart races, your palms sweat, and every step feels like a gamble. The task hasn't changed, only your mindset has. Fear of falling dominates your thoughts, making your movements shaky and your focus scattered. This is what happens when you rely on willpower to force your subconscious to accept a goal. The harder you push, the more you amplify doubts, giving them power over your subconscious. For example, if you're desperate to land a job and obsess over every detail of an interview, your anxiety can make you stumble over answers, reinforcing the fear of failure. The subconscious thrives on ease and trust, not force. When you're relaxed, your conscious mind stops wrestling with itself, allowing the subconscious to process information and generate solutions. Think about a time you struggled to remember someone's name. The harder you tried, the more it eluded you. But when you let go, maybe while driving or showering, the name popped into your head. This happens because your subconscious continues working in the background, unhindered by conscious pressure. The same applies to bigger goals, like starting a business or improving your health. Over-efforting creates mental static, while a calm, confident approach lets your subconscious deliver insights, opportunities, and even the right people to help you succeed. This principle is grounded in how your brain operates under stress. When you're tense, your body enters a fight-or-flight state, narrowing your focus to perceived threats, like the fear of failing or looking foolish. This shuts down the creative, problem-solving parts of your brain, including the subconscious's ability to connect ideas. In contrast, a relaxed state activates the parasympathetic nervous system, fostering clarity and intuition. A study published in the journal Psychological Science found that people solve complex problems more effectively when they're in a relaxed mood, as it enhances cognitive flexibility. This is why artists, writers, and innovators often have breakthroughs during moments of rest, like a walk or a nap, when their subconscious is free to roam. To harness effortless action, start by setting a clear intention for your goal without obsessing over the how. Your job is to know what you want, not to micromanage the path. For example, if you want to grow your savings, decide on a specific amount and imagine how it would feel to have it: secure, free, empowered. Then release the need to control every step. Your subconscious will start noticing opportunities, like a side gig or a budgeting tip, that align with your intention. This approach mirrors how inventor Nikola Tesla worked. He would visualize his inventions in vivid detail, trusting his subconscious to refine the designs during quiet moments, often leading to solutions that seem to arrive out of nowhere. Another key is to stay open to unexpected paths. Fixating on one specific solution, like believing your goal must come through a single job or strategy, limits your subconscious's creativity. Instead, adopt a mindset of curiosity, asking, "What's the easiest way this could happen?" This invites your subconscious to present options you might not have considered. For instance, someone aiming to get fit might assume they need a gym membership, but their subconscious could lead them to a free community running group that's even more effective. Historical figures like Walt Disney embraced this flexibility. Disney faced countless rejections, but trusted his vision, allowing his subconscious to guide him toward innovative solutions, like creating the first feature-length animated film. Practical steps can make effortless action second nature. First, practice relaxation before tackling a goal. Take 5 minutes to breathe deeply, focusing on each exhale to calm your mind. This creates a receptive state for your subconscious to absorb your intention. Second, use mental rehearsal with a light touch. Picture yourself achieving your goal. Say, delivering a confident speech, but don't force the image. Let it feel natural, like daydreaming, and focus on the joy of success. Third, take small, low-pressure actions daily. If you're building a business, spend 10 minutes researching or emailing a contact, trusting that these steps add up. The subconscious responds to consistency, not intensity, so gentle progress is more effective than frantic effort. Emotions also amplify this process. When you approach your goals with excitement or gratitude, your subconscious prioritizes those intentions, making them feel achievable. Conversely, frustration or desperation signals danger, causing your subconscious to resist. For example, if you're stressed about meeting a work deadline, pause to imagine completing the task with ease, feeling proud and relieved. This emotional shift can spark ideas or energy you didn't know you had. Ancient philosophies, like those of the Taoists, emphasize wu wei, or effortless action, which teaches that aligning with life's flow, rather than fighting it, leads to harmony and success. Your subconscious naturally follows this principle when you let go of control. One final tip: celebrate small wins. Every step forward, no matter how tiny, reinforces your subconscious's belief that success is possible. If you save a small amount toward a financial goal, acknowledge it with a thought like, "I'm building wealth every day." This keeps your subconscious motivated, creating a positive feedback loop. Over time, effortless action becomes a habit, and you'll notice goals unfolding with less struggle. This principle isn't about being lazy. It's about working smarter by trusting your subconscious to do the heavy lifting, guiding you toward your dreams with grace and ease. Principle 4. Neutralize fear to unlock your potential. Fear is one of the biggest obstacles to achieving your dreams, and the fourth principle is about neutralizing it to unleash the full potential of your subconscious mind. Fear isn't just a feeling, It's a signal that can hijack your subconscious, steering it toward failure instead of success. When you're afraid of failing, rejection, or even success itself, your subconscious picks up on that anxiety and shapes your reality to match, making you hesitate, procrastinate, or self-sabotage. By learning to calm fear and redirect your subconscious toward confidence, you can transform challenges into opportunities. This principle will show you how to quiet fear's grip, reprogram your subconscious with positive expectations, and move forward with clarity and courage. Fear works like a loud alarm in your mind, drowning out your positive intentions. Say you want to start a new project, like launching a podcast. You might tell yourself, "I'm excited to share my ideas." But if fear creeps in, thoughts like, "What if no one listens?" Or, "What if I sound foolish?" It overshadows your enthusiasm. Your subconscious, which prioritizes the strongest emotion, latches onto the fear, making you feel stuck or causing you to avoid taking action. Response: preparing your body to flee or freeze rather than create. The subconscious doesn't distinguish between a real threat, like a predator, and an imagined one, like embarrassment, so it reacts the same way, limiting your ability to think clearly or act boldly. The good news is you can train your subconscious to override fear by shifting your focus and emotional state. One effective way is through gradual exposure, a technique rooted in how humans learn to face discomfort. Instead of avoiding what scares you, take tiny steps toward it in a controlled way. For example, if public speaking terrifies you, start by practicing alone in front of a mirror, then record yourself and later share with a trusted friend. Each step tells your subconscious, "This is safe," reducing fear's intensity over time. This approach mirrors how ancient warriors, like the Spartans, built courage, not by ignoring fear, but by facing it in small, deliberate doses, conditioning their minds to stay calm under pressure. Another powerful tool is to reframe fear as a guide, not an enemy. Fear often signals that you're stepping outside your comfort zone, which is where growth happens. Instead of thinking, "I'm scared I'll fail," try, "This fear means I'm pushing my limits, and that's exciting." This mental shift changes the emotional charge, signaling to your subconscious that the situation is an opportunity, not a threat. Modern performers, like musicians or athletes, often use this technique. For instance, before a big game, basketball legend Michael Jordan would channel pre-game nerves into focus, telling himself the jitters were energy to dominate the court. By reframing fear, you teach your subconscious to associate it with progress, not paralysis. Visualization is another key to neutralizing fear, but it's about feeling, not just seeing. Spend a few minutes daily in a quiet space, imagining yourself succeeding at what scares you. If you fear job interviews, picture yourself walking in confidently, answering questions with ease, and leaving with a smile. Focus on the sensations, your steady breath, the warmth of accomplishment, the sound of a friendly voice. This creates a mental blueprint that your subconscious accepts as real, reducing anxiety when the moment arrives. A study from the Journal of Sports Sciences found that athletes who visualized successful performances improved their outcomes by building neural pathways for confidence, showing how the subconscious can be shaped through vivid imagery. Consistency is crucial when reprogramming fear. If you affirm, "I am fearless," but then dwell on worst-case scenarios, you're sending mixed signals to your subconscious, like a driver who keeps changing destinations. To stay focused, try a daily ritual of writing down one fear and countering it with a positive statement. For example, if you write, "I'm afraid I'll never get promoted," follow it with, "I am growing in my career every day." This clarifies your intention and strengthens the positive message to your subconscious. Over time, the fear loses its grip, and your subconscious begins to prioritize confidence. Philosophers like Marcus Aurelius practiced similar techniques, reflecting daily on fears to strip them of power, proving this approach has worked for centuries. Your body also plays a role in calming fear. Physical tension, like a clenched jaw or shallow breathing, reinforces fear in your subconscious, while relaxation signals safety. Try a simple technique. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take 10 slow, deep breaths, letting your shoulders soften with each exhale. Then, tell yourself, "I am calm and capable." This pairs a relaxed body with a positive thought, anchoring it in your subconscious. You can do this before a stressful event, like a presentation, to reset your mind. Many successful leaders, like tech entrepreneur Elon Musk, use breathing exercises to stay composed during high-stakes decisions, tapping into the subconscious's need for calm to perform at their best. Another strategy is to act despite fear, but in small ways that don't overwhelm you. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's moving forward anyway. If you're scared to network for your business, start by sending one friendly email to a potential contact. This small action shows your subconscious that fear doesn't control you, building momentum for bigger steps. The subconscious learns from experience, so each brave act rewires it to expect success. This mirrors how inventors like Marie Curie persisted through fear of failure, taking incremental risks that led to groundbreaking discoveries, showing how small actions compound into massive results. Finally, surround yourself with positive influences. Fear can be fueled by negative people or media that amplify doubt. Choose to engage with uplifting stories, mentors, or communities that reinforce your belief in possibility. Your subconscious absorbs the tone of your environment, so curate it wisely. For example, reading about someone who overcame a fear similar to yours can inspire your subconscious to believe, "I can do that too." This principle is about taking fear's power away and giving it to your subconscious's natural ability to create, adapt, and thrive. By practicing these steps, you'll turn fear into fuel, unlocking a world of potential you didn't know you had. Principle 5. Visualize with vivid clarity. The fifth principle is about harnessing the power of visualization to program your subconscious mind for success. Visualize with vivid clarity. Your subconscious doesn't distinguish between a real experience and one you imagine vividly. It treats both as reality, shaping your thoughts, actions, and outcomes accordingly. By creating clear, detailed mental pictures of your goals, infused with positive emotions, you give your subconscious a blueprint to follow, making it easier to attract opportunities, build confidence, and achieve what you desire. This principle is about turning your dreams into tangible realities by painting them in your mind first, with such precision and feeling that your subconscious has no choice but to make them come true. Visualization is like designing a map for your subconscious to navigate. Every major achievement in history began as a mental image. Before the Wright brothers built the first airplane, they imagined flying through the sky, picturing the wings, the wind, and the thrill of liftoff. This mental rehearsal primed their subconscious to solve problems and persist through failures, ultimately turning their vision into reality. You can do the same for your goals, whether it's landing a dream job, improving your relationships, or achieving financial stability. The key is to see your goal as already accomplished, not as a distant hope. For example, if you want to start a bakery, don't just think, "I hope I can do this." Picture yourself in the bustling shop, kneading dough, serving happy customers, and smelling fresh bread, feeling the pride and joy of success. The subconscious responds best to vivid sensory details. When you visualize, engage all your senses. If your goal is to speak confidently at a conference, imagine the bright stage lights, the weight of the microphone in your hand, the sound of your clear voice, and the audience's warm applause. Feel the calm excitement in your chest and the smile on your face. This level of detail makes the experience real to your subconscious, which then works to align your behavior with that vision. You might find yourself practicing your speech more naturally or feeling less nervous when the day arrives. This technique has been used by great thinkers like Leonardo da Vinci, who sketched inventions in his mind before drawing them, allowing his subconscious to refine complex ideas. Timing matters when visualizing. Your subconscious is most receptive when your conscious mind is quiet, such as just before sleep or after a moment of relaxation. At these times, the mental chatter that often blocks your intentions fades, allowing your subconscious to absorb the images you create. Try this. Before bed, sit quietly for a few minutes, close your eyes, and picture your goal. Spend 5 to 10 minutes immersing yourself in the scene, focusing on how it feels to have achieved it. If you're aiming to improve your health, imagine jogging effortlessly, your body strong and energized, your breath steady. Then, as you drift off to sleep, let that image linger. Your subconscious will process it overnight, strengthening its influence on your actions the next day. Emotion is the fuel that makes visualization work. A dry, mechanical image won't move your subconscious, but one charged with joy, gratitude, or excitement will. When you visualize, focus on the feelings of having your goal, not just the goal itself. For instance, if you want a new home, don't just see the house. Feel the relief of stability, the warmth of family gatherings, the pride of ownership. This emotional intensity signals to your subconscious that the goal is important, prompting it to scan for ways to make it happen, like noticing a job opportunity or a financial strategy you hadn't considered. A study in the journal Neuropsychologia showed that emotional imagery activates brain regions tied to motivation, explaining why athletes who visualize winning with passion often outperform those who don't. To make visualization a habit, keep it simple and consistent. You don't need hours, just a few minutes daily. Start with one goal to avoid overwhelming your subconscious. Write it down in a sentence like, "I am thriving in my new career," and use it as a prompt for your visualization. Picture the same scene each time to reinforce the message, but let it evolve as new details emerge. For example, a student visualizing academic success might start by imagining a perfect exam score, then later add the moment of receiving a scholarship. This builds a strong mental template that your subconscious refines over time. Many successful entrepreneurs, like Sarah Blakely, founder of Spanx, credit daily visualization for their breakthroughs. Picturing their goals with clarity until opportunities aligned, avoid common pitfalls, like visualizing with doubt or impatience. If you imagine your goal but think, "This will never happen," your subconscious picks up the doubt, not the vision. Instead, approach it with playful confidence, as if you're exploring a delightful certainty. Also, don't obsess over when the goal will manifest. Your subconscious works on its own timeline, often delivering results through unexpected paths. For instance, someone visualizing a promotion might receive a better offer from a different company. Stay open to surprises, trusting your subconscious to find the best route. Ancient traditions, like Buddhist mindfulness practices, emphasize detached focus, holding a vision without clinging to it, which aligns perfectly with this principle. You can enhance visualization with physical cues. Try sitting in the same chair or playing soft music each time you visualize to signal to your subconscious that it's time to focus. Some people keep a small object, like a stone or keychain, to hold during the practice, anchoring the habit. These cues create a ritual that strengthens your subconscious's response. Over time, you'll notice subtle shifts, maybe more confidence, new ideas, or a sense of calm about your goal. These are signs your subconscious is aligning your reality with your mental map, turning your vision into something tangible. This principle is powerful because it leverages your subconscious's ability to shape your perception. By visualizing with vivid clarity, you train your mind to see possibilities where others see obstacles, making success feel not just possible, but inevitable. Start today with a single, clear image of what you want, and let your subconscious do the rest. Principle 6. Receive guidance through intuition. The sixth principle is about tapping into one of the most powerful gifts of your subconscious mind, receiving guidance through intuition. Your subconscious is like an inner compass, constantly processing information beyond your conscious awareness and offering insights through gut feelings, hunches, or sudden sparks of clarity. These intuitive nudges can guide you towards solutions, opportunities, or decisions that align with your goals, often when logic alone isn't enough. Whether you're facing a tough choice, seeking a creative breakthrough, or navigating uncertainty, this principle will teach you how to listen to your subconscious, trust its wisdom, and act on its guidance with confidence. Intuition is your subconscious's way of communicating what it's learned from the vast amount of data it processes daily. While your conscious mind handles immediate tasks like planning your day, your subconscious is scanning memories, patterns, and subtle cues you might not notice, like the tone of someone's voice or a fleeting opportunity. It synthesizes this information into intuitive signals, such as a feeling that you should call a friend or pursue a new idea. For example, you might be debating whether to take a job offer and feel an unexplained urge to wait, only to discover a better opportunity days later. This isn't random, it's your subconscious guiding you based on clues your conscious mind overlooked. To receive this guidance, you need to create space for your subconscious to speak. A busy, cluttered mind drowns out intuition, like static on a radio. Simple practice. Find a calm spot, sit comfortably, and focus on a question or problem, such as, what's the best step for my career? Don't force an answer, just hold the question gently, then let your mind rest. You can do this for 5 minutes, perhaps while sipping tea or gazing out a window. This relaxed state allows your subconscious to surface insights, often as a sudden thought or feeling. Many great minds, like Albert Einstein, relied on this approach. Einstein would ponder a scientific problem, then step away to play the violin, trusting his subconscious to deliver answers during moments of calm. Timing can enhance this process. Your subconscious often communicates most clearly when you're in a liminal state, halfway between wakefulness and sleep. This is why you might wake up with a solution to a problem that stumped you the day before. To leverage this, try a bedtime ritual. As you lie down, think about a challenge or goal and ask your subconscious for guidance, saying something like, "Show me the next step." Then, drift off without forcing an answer. Keep a notebook by your bed to jot down any ideas or dreams upon waking, as these can carry intuitive messages. Writers like Mary Shelley use this technique. The idea for Frankenstein came to her in a vivid dream, a product of her subconscious working overnight. Action is key to unlocking intuition's power. When you feel a hunch, like an urge to attend an event or reach out to someone, act on it, even if it seems illogical. These nudges are your subconscious pointing you towards something valuable, like a new connection or insight. For instance, a small business owner might feel prompted to visit a local market, only to meet a supplier who transforms their business. Ignoring these signals teaches your subconscious to stay quiet, while acting on them strengthens its voice. Historical figures like Steve Jobs embrace this. Jobs often followed his intuition, such as when he took a calligraphy class that seemed irrelevant, but later inspired Apple's iconic typography. You can also train your intuition through reflection. At the end of each day, take a moment to recall any hunches you had and what happened when you followed them. Did a gut feeling lead to a good outcome, like avoiding a bad decision? This practice reinforces your subconscious's role as a guide, making its signals clearer over time. You might notice patterns, like intuition being stronger when you're rested or after a walk. Indigenous cultures, such as the Aboriginal peoples of Australia, have long valued intuitive wisdom, using practices like dream time to connect with inner guidance, showing how universal this principle is. Your environment also shapes your ability to hear intuition. Stress, negativity, or constant distractions, like endless scrolling on your phone, can muffle your subconscious's voice. Create moments of stillness in your routine, such as a short daily meditation or a walk in nature. These pauses allow your subconscious to process and communicate. Even simple habits, like turning off notifications for 10 minutes, can help. A study in the journal Frontiers in Psychology found that mindfulness practices, which promote mental quiet, enhance intuitive decision-making by reducing cognitive overload, supporting the idea that a calm mind amplifies subconscious guidance. Doubt can block intuition, so approach your hunches with curiosity rather than skepticism. If you feel an urge to explore a new hobby but think, "That's silly," you dismiss your subconscious's wisdom. Instead, ask, "What could this lead to?" and take a small step, like signing up for a class. This openness tells your subconscious you trust it, encouraging more insights. You don't need to act on every hunch, but acknowledging them builds a stronger connection. Artists like Pablo Picasso relied on this trust, following intuitive impulses to create bold works that defied logic but reshaped art. Finally, gratitude amplifies intuition. When an intuitive nudge leads to a positive outcome, like meeting the right person at the right time, pause to appreciate it, saying, "Thank you for guiding me." This reinforces your subconscious's role as a partner, making future guidance more frequent and clear. Over time, you'll develop a sense of flow, where decisions feel less like guesswork and more like following an inner map. This principle is about tuning into your subconscious's quiet wisdom, trusting its signals, and letting it lead you toward a life of purpose and possibility. Principle 7. Forgive to free your mind. The 7th principle is about releasing the burdens that weigh down your subconscious mind. Forgive to free your mind. Holding onto resentment, guilt, or anger, whether toward yourself or others, creates emotional blocks that clog your subconscious, draining your energy and limiting your potential. These negative emotions act like anchors, keeping you tethered to the past and preventing you from moving toward your goals. By practicing forgiveness, you clear these blockages, allowing your subconscious to focus on creating a life of joy, abundance, and purpose. This principle is about letting go of old wounds, reclaiming your mental freedom, and giving your subconscious the space to thrive. Resentment and guilt are like mental clutter, occupying space in your subconscious that could be used for growth. When you dwell on a past wrong, maybe a friend's betrayal or a mistake you made years ago, your subconscious keeps replaying the pain, reinforcing feelings of anger or shame. This not only saps your emotional energy, but also shapes your reality, making you more likely to expect negativity or push away opportunities. For example, if you're still angry at a former boss for unfair treatment, you might unconsciously approach new work situations with distrust, missing out on collaborations that could advance your career. Forgiveness doesn't mean excusing the wrong. It means freeing your subconscious from carrying that burden so you can live fully in the present. Your subconscious is deeply influenced by the emotions you hold on to, and unforgiveness creates a cycle of suffering. When you cling to resentment, your subconscious interprets it as a command to stay vigilant, scanning for threats or reasons to feel hurt. This can manifest as stress, irritability, or even physical tension, like headaches or tight shoulders. Conversely, when you forgive, you signal to your subconscious that it's safe to relax and focus on positive outcomes. Ancient wisdom, such as the teachings of Confucius, emphasizes forgiveness as a path to inner peace, suggesting that letting go of grudges restores harmony within oneself and with others. By forgiving, you shift your subconscious from a state of conflict to one of openness and possibility. One practical way to forgive is to reframe the past as a lesson, not a punishment. Instead of seeing a hurtful event as something that defines you, ask, "What did this teach me?" For instance, if you regret harsh words you said to a loved one, recognize that the experience taught you patience or empathy. This perspective tells your subconscious that the event has served its purpose, allowing you to release its emotional weight. You can reinforce this by writing a letter, not to send, but to express your feelings. Describe the hurt or guilt, then end with a statement of release, like, "I let this go and choose peace." This act helps your subconscious process the emotion and move on, like clearing old files from a computer to make it run faster. Another approach is to practice self-forgiveness, which is often the hardest, but most transformative. Many of us carry guilt for past mistakes. Maybe you missed an opportunity, hurt someone, or didn't live up to your own expectations. This programs your subconscious to expect failure or unworthiness, holding you back from taking risks. Remind yourself that you're human, and mistakes are part of growth. Your body renews itself constantly. Science shows that most cells regenerate within months to years, so the person who made that mistake isn't even you anymore. Try this. Look in a mirror and say, "I forgive myself for my past, and I'm free to create my future." This simple act sends a powerful message to your subconscious, lifting the weight of self-judgment. Empathy can also pave the way to forgiveness. When someone hurts you, consider their perspective. Maybe they acted out of fear, stress, or ignorance. This doesn't justify their actions, but helps you see them as human, not as a villain in your story. For example, if a colleague took credit for your work, reflect on whether they felt insecure or pressured. This understanding softens your resentment, signaling to your subconscious that the event no longer controls you. Leaders like Nelson Mandela embodied this approach, forgiving those who imprisoned him by recognizing their actions stemmed from a flawed system, not personal evil. His forgiveness freed his subconscious to focus on unity and healing, shaping a legacy of reconciliation. A daily forgiveness practice can make this principle a habit. Each evening, take a moment to reflect on any lingering frustrations or regrets from the day. Mentally acknowledge them, then say, "I release this and choose freedom." You can pair this with a deep breath, imagining the negativity leaving your body as you exhale. This ritual trains your subconscious to let go quickly, preventing emotional baggage from piling up. Over time, you'll feel lighter and notice your mind gravitating toward optimism and creativity. A study in the Journal of Health Psychology found that forgiveness practices reduce stress and improve mental well-being, showing how this habit benefits both your subconscious and your overall health. Forgiveness also opens your subconscious to new possibilities. When you're no longer anchored to past hurts, your mind becomes more receptive to opportunities, relationships, and ideas. You might find yourself taking bold steps, like starting a project or rebuilding a connection that felt impossible while resentment held you back. This principle isn't about forgetting the past, but about transforming its role in your life. By forgiving, you tell your subconscious, "I'm ready to move forward," and it responds by aligning your thoughts and actions with a brighter future. Start today by choosing one person or event to forgive, and watch how your subconscious begins to create space for joy and growth. Principle 8. Heal your body and mind. The 8th and final principle is about tapping into your subconscious mind's remarkable ability to restore and rejuvenate. Heal your body and mind. Your subconscious is the master architect of your physical and mental well-being, silently regulating everything from your heartbeat to your immune system. It holds the blueprint for perfect health, but negative thoughts, stress, and emotional turmoil can disrupt its natural harmony, leading to illness or fatigue. By feeding your subconscious positive, health-affirming beliefs and emotions, you can activate its healing potential, reduce stress, and enhance your vitality. This principle is about aligning your mind with your body's innate wisdom to create a state of balance and wholeness. Your subconscious controls the complex machinery of your body without any conscious effort. It keeps your lungs breathing, your blood circulating, and your cells repairing themselves, all while you're focused on daily tasks. This intricate system is far beyond what your conscious mind could manage. If you had to manually control your heart rate or digestion, you'd be overwhelmed in moments. Yet, your conscious thoughts can interfere with this process. When you dwell on worry, anger, or despair, your subconscious registers these as signals of danger, triggering stress responses that strain your body. For example, chronic anxiety can elevate cortisol levels, weakening your immune system and causing issues like insomnia or digestive problems. By contrast, thoughts of peace and vitality instruct your subconscious to restore balance, promoting healing and energy. The mind-body connection is a powerful channel for healing. Your subconscious doesn't just respond to thoughts, it translates them into physical reality. If you constantly think, "I'm always sick," your subconscious may amplify feelings of fatigue or vulnerability, making you more susceptible to illness. But if you affirm, "My body is strong and resilient," you signal to your subconscious to optimize your health, boosting energy and recovery. This isn't about ignoring medical needs, but about supporting your body's natural processes. For instance, someone recovering from surgery who focuses on feeling stronger each day often heals faster than someone consumed by fear of complications, as their subconscious directs resources toward repair. One effective way to harness this principle is through positive health affirmations. These are clear, present tense statements that reinforce wellness, like, "Every day, my body grows healthier and more vibrant." Repeat them daily, especially in the morning to set the tone for the day, or at night when your subconscious is receptive. Say them with conviction, as if they're already true, and pair them with a deep breath to anchor the feeling. This practice rewires your subconscious to prioritize health, influencing habits like eating well or staying active. Figures like Louise Hay, a pioneer in mind-body healing, used affirmations to overcome serious health challenges, crediting her recovery to consistent positive thoughts that aligned her subconscious with healing. Another technique is to imagine your body in a state of perfect health. Close your eyes and picture yourself radiating energy, your skin glowing, your muscles strong, your mind clear. Feel the lightness of being well, as if you're already there. Spend a few minutes daily on this, perhaps after a warm shower or quiet moment, to deepen the impression on your subconscious. This mental image acts like a template, guiding your body toward that reality. For example, people with chronic pain who visualize their joints moving freely often report reduced discomfort over time, as their subconscious shifts focus from pain to ease. A study in the journal Pain Medicine found that guided imagery can lower pain intensity in patients, showing how the subconscious influences physical sensations. Emotional health is just as crucial, and your subconscious can heal mental wounds by processing unresolved feelings. Negative emotions like grief or frustration, if left unchecked, create mental static that clouds your clarity and joy. To clear this, try a simple release exercise. Sit quietly, acknowledge the emotion without judgment, and imagine it dissolving like mist in sunlight. Then affirm, "My mind is calm and at peace." This tells your subconscious to let go of emotional baggage, fostering resilience. Practices like these echo the teachings of ancient healers, such as Hippocrates, who believed that a balanced mind was essential for a healthy body, a concept now validated by modern science. Your environment also shapes your subconscious's healing power. Surround yourself with uplifting influences, bright colors, soothing music, or supportive people to reinforce a sense of well-being. A cluttered, chaotic space can subtly stress your subconscious, while a tidy, calming one promotes relaxation. Spend time in nature, even for a short walk, as it soothes your mind and signals safety to your subconscious, lowering stress hormones. Research from the University of Aarhus in Denmark showed that exposure to green spaces reduces mental fatigue and supports physical health, highlighting how your surroundings inform your subconscious. Consistency is key to this principle. Healing through the subconscious isn't a one-time fix, but a daily commitment to positive inputs. Start small, choose one affirmation or imagery exercise, and practice it for a week. Notice how you feel. Maybe you sleep better, feel less tense, or have more energy. These subtle shifts show your subconscious responding, redirecting resources to health. Avoid dwelling on symptoms or limitations, as this reinforces them in your subconscious. Instead, focus on what's improving, no matter how small, like having more stamina for a walk. This trains your subconscious to amplify progress, creating a cycle of wellness. This principle is about trusting your subconscious as your body's healer, guided by the thoughts and emotions you choose. By cultivating a mindset of health, you empower your subconscious to repair, restore, and renew, bringing your body and mind into harmony. Begin today with a single positive thought about your well-being, and let your subconscious work its quiet magic. You've now explored 8 transformative principles to harness the incredible power of your subconscious mind, each one a tool to shape a life of wealth, health, and happiness. From directing your conscious thoughts like a captain steering a ship to embracing abundance as your natural state, you've learned how to align your mind with your deepest desires. By choosing effortless action over forced willpower, you've discovered how to let your subconscious work its magic with ease. Neutralizing fear has shown you how to turn challenges into stepping stones, while vivid visualization has given you a blueprint to make dreams real. Tapping into intuition has revealed your inner compass, guiding you through uncertainty. Forgiving past hurts has freed your mind for growth, and focusing on healing has unlocked your body's natural vitality. Together, these principles form a roadmap to a life of purpose and possibility. Your subconscious is always listening, ready to transform your thoughts into reality. The key is consistency, small, daily choices to think positively, act courageously, and trust your inner wisdom. Start with one principle that resonates most, like affirming health or picturing a goal, and practice it for a week. Notice the shifts in your mindset, energy, or opportunities. Your subconscious thrives on repetition, so every step forward strengthens its ability to serve you. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Just take one intentional thought at a time and watch how your reality begins to change. This journey is just the beginning. Your subconscious holds limitless potential, waiting for you to unlock it. Keep exploring, stay curious, and trust that you have the power to create the life you envision. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to the channel for more insights on mastering your mind and living your best life. Hit the bell icon to stay updated, and share this with someone who could use a boost. Thanks for watching, and here's to unleashing your subconscious power.